A refresher spray can be used on most hair types, and it's one of my favorite products, and it can refresh hair and hydrate the hair and moisturize and strengthen, and that depends on the ingredients that you customize the refresh spray with, and it adds shine. And for the scalp, it's excellent for the scalp. It can refresh the scalp, nourish it. It can actually relieve irritation and flaking of the scalp. And it's really good for even to apply to dry hair, even to define curls and waves, and for twist locks, braid locks, dreadlocks, sister locks. It's an excellent product for daily use. So today I want to do using hibiscus oil. And hibiscus oil, it's so good for the scalp. And the hair. It's rich in vitamin E and essential fatty acids, and it's non-greasy. It adds shine to hair. It nourishes the scalp. It really soothes irritations. It helps to protect it and even moisturize it some, because when you have an oil in water, that's a moisturizer right there. So it all depends on your hair type. I have everything pretty much weighed out, and in here the water is already, the preservative is even to use like a hydrosol. And so this one I'm going to put in is rose, and rose actually has like a little bit of tightening properties. It really is soothing, and it has it's soothing for scalp, and it just is this wonderful overall hydrosol. And then I'm going to put aloe vera in here, which is this excellent humectant for the hair, and that's what we need. We need humectants, especially in refresher sprays. And humectant is different than moisturizer. The oil with this will then help to moisturize it. And I'm also going to try this. I've used this for a lot of years. It's in many of my formulations. It's this amino acids blend, which is kind of similar to the keratin of our own hair, and it helps to strengthen hair fibers and hydrate the hair and reduce hair breakage. If you see, it's all water-based. So formulating any kind of spray, it's like if you're going to add any oil, even fragrance oil, essential oil, generally a solubilizer is used. And a solubilizer, it's a surfactant. So what I have found is sometimes I'm not such a fan of surfactant if you have to go a higher percentage, because it will dry out the hair. You sometimes get a little foam in here. I'll still use them if I can't get anything else to hold the oils together, and I'll adjust the formulation. One thing I like using, there are different gums, and some beautiful plant gums that actually have this beautiful affinity for the hair. I discovered this one that I've used. I've used this one for I think about 18 years. It's one of my favorites. What I'm using here is a really nice humectant, and this humectant, it's actually has a high performance, and it's a skin penetrator, so it's really good for the scalp. It helps it to penetrate the skin, so not only does it feel good, it's not really tacky, because that's one thing. You don't want that tackiness. You don't want any buildup on the hair, and just allowing it to hydrate. In here I'm going to try some of this hibiscus oil, and this is from Senegal, and it's so beautiful. And like, you should apply every oil like on your skin to see how it performs, even on your scalp. It has the most luxurious, like a cushy feel that is non-greasy, and it's just wonderful. I always weigh everything out, and it will be consistent. Okay, and now I'm going to put, so there's such a little amount, so I'm going to actually do kind of a little reverse thing here. Put this in it so I make sure and get it all out. You don't want buildup. You don't want anything too heavy on the hair, but you want some emolliency, and you want something that's going to add moisturization to the scalp. So I look to see, does it emulsify into it? So this gum also has emulsification properties. So that's the thing, is how you know is it has emulsified. The oil has not separated out. I'm going to try some essential oil here. So again, I'm going to weigh this out to make sure that it's going to work. And some essential oils that are really good for the scalp and the hair is even a blend of lavender and tea tree. You can do peppermint hydrosol and rose hydrosol. Those are really lovely together. And then now I want to incorporate it into my main vessel here. I'm going to use this. So in order to like hydrate this gum, and it has a slight viscosity, and that's what's so good, because that's what helps with the emulsification properties. But I'm going to put it on the magnetic stir. It'll thicken a little tiny bit. You don't want it to thicken too much, because then it will be too thick to spray. Just a little bit is enough. Now I'm going to test the pH and make sure that it's within range. Each preservative, it has to be within range for that preservative to make sure that that is working effectively, the preservative. You always have to test the pH. A 5.2, it may drop to about a 5, and that is actually perfect. I don't have to adjust it. There's a refresher spray formulation in the Pro Natural hair course, and I then adjust it, say like with one ingredient. Hair is so different and needs so many different kinds of formulations because of the different skin types on the scalp, it's different skin issues, and this feels really nice. I think it's going to feel soothing and nourishing for the scalp. I can feel the slight bit of oil in here, but it has this emollient and a nice slip, and it's non-greasy, and I think it's going to be beautiful. Refresher sprays, I think, are one of the best formulations and products that we can use daily in our hair, to even by using hydrosols or even different essential oils, that those scents, even just really spraying it on our head, help us to feel good. And people don't realize that, like with certain essential oils, that they actually help you to feel good. And hydrosols, same thing. And hydrosols are so softening to the hair and skin. They have many benefits.